So public inquiries can help if they have wide terms of reference. There have been 30 maternity reports like Donna Ockenden, Bill Francis, and the Kirkup report, that's East Kent, recently Sheffield, before that there was Cwm Taff, Wales, and many other reports. So in those 30 reports, they all say there's failings in maternity. Now maternity affects neonatal. So if you have breaking down placenta, we have preeclampsia, high blood pressure, some other things, that's affecting the placenta, it's affecting the baby. When the baby's then born, very low birth weight, premature and sick, it's extremely vulnerable. So we've got maternity, we've got neonates, they all affect each other. Whether we get a public inquiry that will look at things wide enough, I don't know, but in the post office case, a lot of evidence came out of wrongdoing by the organisations. In the limited Thirlwell public inquiry, already we've seen plenty of evidence of wrongdoing by the hospital and by other organisations that have failed. For example, the Care Quality Commission has had reports into it showing it fails. Actually, even the lawyers who represent people, they've had inquiries into their regulator, the Solicitors Regulatory Authority, showing how they've failed in particular specific cases, but also endemic to these regulators. So why do regulators fail? Very simply, because they can. Why do people do what they do? Because they can. They won't if they can't. So who polices the police? Who regulates the regulators? It's us. We all need to take action, and the way we do that is write a statement of facts, file a case, challenge a regulator. We can't challenge judges very easily, but actually to some extent if their behaviour is wrong, even if things that they say are discriminatory, for example, there is the Judicial Complaints Investigation Organisation. It's government funded, and they do look at things relatively properly and seriously, but then who regulates them? So it's often about effort, and people think, oh, I can't be bothered. But if we don't take any action, we don't have any rights. So we will have the rights to some extent that we stand up for. We won't have them if we don't stand up for them, whether that's for ourselves, for others, and for the next generations. So I'm a big fan of action. Take action, fill in a form, write a statement, go to the courts. If you're afraid of the costs going against you, or even administration fees for the court, in the High Court it's quite significant. It's a percentage of what you're suing for. In the lower county court, it's not so much. So it's quite a simple matter to just get a win in the county court if you're not really after and needing tens or hundreds of thousands. If it's less than 20,000, county court's fine. High court's good if it's like 100, 200, half a million. Yep, go for it. But the filing fee is generally the 150 plus a percentage or more. Obviously look into the details for that. So these videos are just about encouragement for everybody, but specifically nurses, midwives, doctors and others who are challenged. We end up giving defensive medical practice. We're not doing what's best for the individual, for the patient, for the family, for the client, for the woman. We end up doing what protects our registration, our job, our livelihood. And I'm very much throw caution to the wind, become an independent practitioner outside the system if you have to. But if the system's very broken and you're working in it, then we're part of the problem. Would we prefer to be part of the solution? And we're on planet Earth for a limited time. Why don't we do the best that we can, do the good, and be a light, make a difference? Or be safe, get the money and do harm to people? Which one do we want to do?